Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be finally reviewing the new Rouge Experience lipsticks from Eldridge. So I picked up one of the lipsticks in the case and then two of the refills. I've been wearing these and using these for about a week now, so I definitely have my thoughts on the formula and the packaging and all of that. I'm really excited to finally sit down and talk about these. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Colin. I'm a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a definite soft spot for sparkly indie eyeshadow and high-end and luxury formulas like today. And I tend to be pretty analytical in the content I make. I just try really hard to make thoughtful, analytical videos, and I have new content every week, so I'd love to have you subscribe. Okay, so like I said, I've had these lipsticks for about a week and a half. I ordered the day before launch day. I do have status on Eldridge's website, so I did order them a day ahead of time. And I did buy, like I said, 3 shades. I wanted to use all 3 multiple times, multiple days to really get my head around the formula and the packaging and everything before I came on here. I really like Eldridge's products in general, especially her lipsticks. I have, I think, 7 or 8 of her lipsticks, including the Lucent and the matte formula. I have 3 of her lip glosses, I have 1 of her liquid lipsticks, and then I have a little bit of everything else. So I really like the brand, I really like their formulas, I like their approach to, I like Lisa's approach to makeup in general, and also the brand's approach to makeup and product design, colors, all of that. So I was very excited when I saw these. These are a really expensive lipstick, but it is also meant to be like an heirloom piece that lasts forever. She was definitely inspired by vintage makeup if you watch her videos. So these lipsticks, her normal, this is one of the velvets and this is one of the lucents. These retail for, I think, $36. So they are a very expensive lipstick, but I think they're worth it. I like the packaging, the gold packaging. I adore the formulas. This is Meet Me in Berlin, which is like getting pretty low. I use this all the time, and I really love her matte formula. It's my favorite matte lipstick. So I was very excited that this new cream formula is supposed to be kind of in the middle, and the case is going to be refillable, and there's going to be new formulas coming for it. So this is the refill, and this is the actual lipstick case. This is weighted, it is heavy, it feels like a luxury product. This was $59, so it's $60 basically. I paid a little bit more to have it engraved with my initials at the bottom. I have been contemplating changing my last name so that I'm not associated with my father for years. I'm just trying to pick which last name to go with. It'll be another one in my family line, just, I think, one of my abuela's last names probably. But if that is the case and I do change it, I will just have this as a reminder of my previous name and then, you know, have a new one afterwards. But, and then these retail for $30. So the refill is a little bit cheaper than one of these. You can see it's much smaller, but you do get 3.5 grams of product, and this is 3.5 grams of product. So you're just missing some of this packaging, like the magnet and stuff in here. If you haven't seen Lisa's videos about this, she wanted this to be, this was supposed to be her holiday launch last year, but it got delayed. And the whole idea was that it is a single component and single ingredient component. So it is a fully refillable, fully recyclable, all aluminum component and refill case. So this is all aluminum. The actual mechanism for twisting up and down is in the refill. Versus a lot of them that are refillable that have plastic or something else in there as well. Like if I grab this Hermes lipstick, this is also refillable. Love this packaging, but this is plastic. This feels weighted. I see some plastic in there for the clip to. You know, there is some metal on here as well, but I don't know what Beans decided to throw her bowl around, even though she has a whole bowl of kibble. Just gotta be noisy tonight. There's a lot of plastic in here. So this is supposed to be all one material. I do really like the component. I think it does look and feel very luxe. It has her logo here, or her name, Lisa Eldridge here. It has her logo up here. And then obviously I had it engraved for a couple dollars on the bottom. I don't know. I think this was inspired by a lot of timeless designs. For me, being an evolutionary biologist, I kind of think this looks like one of the stages of mitosis. I mean, it's probably because I've lectured and used diagrams of mitosis many times, but there is that phase between the metaphase and the anaphase where you have chromosomes kind of going to the other side and splitting. Where this, I will insert a couple pictures from like illustrations of what this looks like, but that's what this looks like to me. But I also love that it looks like that. But you've got a nice heavy lid, heavy base, and then the same refill. So I do want to say here, mine did come kind of defective, I think. I did reach out to customer service. So Lisa Eldridge has amazing customer service. So when I got it, the lipstick case, the lid was, I had Ashes of Roses was the shade in the case, and then I got Simone and Ribbon as refills. When I opened the box, the lid was still in the box. Like when I opened the main box, the little box that came in, so this, the refills come in these, this came like this. The lid was still in here, and this was just floating in the shipping box by itself, like over here. And I noticed immediately that it felt weighty and all of that, but that if I put any pressure, if I just touched the lid, like even doing this, the lid popped off. And I was very anxious about that. I was like, that is not secure. That does not feel like a luxe product. I don't know what's going on. I did reach out to my friend Andromeda and a couple of people who got these as well. And Andromeda was like, oh, mine pops off really easy too, but I actually find that useful because I have mobility and hand issues. So like they really like that. But I was like, this just doesn't feel right. And some of my friends were like, no, mine doesn't do that. So I did switch it. This is now Simone in here. And this is Ashes of Roses. So when you touch it, it just slides. This one just pops right off. And I just don't think this particular refill case, the bumps that are supposed to hold it in place aren't big enough or something, because if I wiggle it at all, this just slides right off. When I put it in my pocket and tried to pull it out, it came apart in my pocket as I tried to pull it out. So it was like, this doesn't feel right. So I reached out to Lisa Eldridge. I got these on Saturday. So it's been a week. I got them on a Saturday. I got them Saturday afternoon. I immediately messaged customer service and said, hey, here's a picture of it as I opened the box, because I took one right away. Here's some clips of videos of it. This doesn't feel right. When I put the other two, Simone and Ribbon in, it's secure. So like at first I sent a message and then I sent a second one. I was like, so it does seem like it's just the Ashes of Roses shade that I got, like this specific refill component, like this component itself seems slightly defective because it's not holding in. And Andromeda's lip is a different color, so it's not like it's just like all of the roses shade. But I emailed them. It was like 7 or 8 p.m. on a Saturday, so obviously I'm in Seattle, they're in London. It was middle of the night there. I woke up the next morning at like, 8 or 9 Sunday morning, and I already had an email saying, nope, that is not right. That does not look okay. We're really sorry about that. What is your order number? And we'll send you a replacement. I responded with, thank you so much. Here's my order number. And 5 minutes later, I had a response that said, okay, we're taking care of it. You should have your new one soon. Like it's already ordered and placed. So I don't have it yet. It looks like it'll be here tomorrow. Today is Sunday, as I film this Sunday afternoon. It'll either be tomorrow or Tuesday. I think Tuesday because tomorrow's a holiday, although I have to work anyway. So I can leave a pinned comment or something about that. But I was very happy with like, this doesn't feel like a luxe product. Like it feels heavy, but this feels weird. Like this doesn't feel right. I'm glad it was just the one shade once I tested that, but I'm very happy with the fact that they already replaced it. they did say, I said, you know, I think it's just my Asters of Roses shade. And they said, we'll send you another refill for that. But when I got the email confirmation that they sent the replacement, I think they sent me a whole new case too. So I will also update everyone on that. But outstanding customer service. Like when you're paying luxury prices, I expect good customer service. So every time I've reached out to Lisa or their customer service team, like top notch, super friendly, just wonderful people. When I met them in person in London, when I was at like one of the counters at Liberty, great people, like super helpful. So if you do happen to order one of these and you do notice anything weird, make sure you email them. They're great. Once I got over that, like, oh, is there something wrong? Is it supposed to be like this? This doesn't feel secure. Like this is supposed to be like your everyday lipstick formula and component. Like take this with you and wear it every day. Like this doesn't feel right. I'm glad they fixed that. So once I got past that, I put in Simone and it's worked fine all week. I've put it in my pocket. I've put it in my bag, in my purse. No issues. And I've also taken the components. So if you don't want this heavy case, these are pretty secure. Like this lid is not coming off. I mean, if something brushed it, it's gonna come off, but like, if you just wanted to try the formula and not worry about the case or anything right away, I do think you'd be fine with this. I think even in a pocket, I think this might be okay, but especially in a bag or something, like even if you have just like a little bag or something, like I think it'll be fine. Mine has been, so that is something to note as well. Before we do lip swatches and talk about the formula, I do want to say this is a very heavy luxe component. So I did weigh this plus some other lipsticks so I can give you an idea. This case with everything included, like it is heavy metal. I mean, it's all aluminum, but it's heavy. It weighs 68 grams. I didn't want to do ounces or anything because then there'd be decimals. Grams is just universal and easy. So this weighs 68 grams. The refill weighed 15 grams. So this is much lighter as well, if that's an issue for you. And then her traditional lipsticks, these weigh 33 grams. I think I weighed a Velvet and they weigh the same. So these are 33 grams, which does seem pretty standard for a bullet lipstick. These aren't like weighted or anything. Because I also weighed this old Disney ColourPop Mulan lipstick. That's also like in an aluminum and plastic. This weighs 33 grams as well. And then I weighed that Hermes lipstick and this weighs 43 grams. So this is a little bit heavier than those, but still not this. Pat McGrath, this is 35 grams, very similar. I think the extra weight's probably the set of lips. And then my Byredo lipstick that is also refillable, although I do see some plastic and stuff in there, obviously. I don't know how much this part weighs because there's no cap, but this whole metal component weighs 73 grams. So this is actually even heavier. And I definitely feel that. And then my Isomea lipstick, the one that's shaped like a penis, that one is even bigger. That one's like 100 and something grams. That one's really heavy. But this is like, I think the right amount for like a daily weighted luxury product, but like not too heavy. Okay, so now let's do some lip swatches of all three shades and talk about the formula. So I do agree that it is satin cream. I am currently wearing a light layer of Simone right now, and it is like a perfect brownie nude for me. This is a very comfortable long wear formula. I've eaten lunch and it's still pretty much there. Like it lasts a very long time. It is a very comfortable satin formula. It is not as shiny as the Lucent. I'll actually use some swatches of those three on the back of my hand so you can see. So here is Velvet Sorcery. So you can see fully matte. Here is Simone. You can see it's already a little shinier. So a little shinier, but not like, it's pretty satin. And then here is Meet Me in Berlin. And you can see that is even more sheer and even shinier. I love all three of these, but I do think this is a perfect like in between. That also kind of gives you an idea of what the shade is like. So this is Simone, this is Meet Me in Berlin, this is Sorcery. So you can see Meet Me in Berlin is a little more brown. There's that like caramel tone to Simone. And then I'll just put Ashes of Roses there. The red is ribbon, so it's just red, but I'll put Ashes of Roses here so you can see a little more rosy, but it's still that earthy rose, which is why I wanted it. And you can see it's just a really nice in-between satin formula. It does transfer a little bit, but like I've been drinking wine, that's not bad. That's really not bad. So this is Simone in a light layer. Let me put on a slightly thicker layer. And you can see the more you build it up, the more brown it is. In a sheer layer, you can see a bit of my lip color still. And I just really like that. That is a really nice, everyday brownie nude. And if I want to add a lip liner for even more definition, I can, but I don't feel like I need it. And I do agree with the design that this is pointed so that you can get a pretty precise lip line with just the back of the lip component. I think really beautiful, really like it. I think if you are, especially around my skin tone, this is really gonna be a perfect shade, even a little lighter than me. I think it's gonna be really nice, like nude, where it's like a little warm, a little neutral, but it's just really pretty. I love this. I've worn this three of the 5 days I was at work this week. I wore Simone. Really, really love it. Okay, let me wipe this off and then I will put on the other two so you can see those as well. Okay, so this is Ashes of Roses. I'm just gonna use it from this. And then, let's see, do I have a mirror here? Okay, and then this is Ashes of Roses. And I really like that they said it's like an earthy rose, because that is exactly it. It's kind of my lips, but better. As you can see, like it's a more pigmented version of my lip color. It's warm without being too warm. It's rosy without being like pink. A lot of rosy things tend to pull very like pink rose, like almost mauve on me. And this has the perfect amount of brown. I'm very excited to try it. I don't trust putting this one in here after that debacle, but once I get the replacement, I'm very excited to have this as another like take with me to work every day kind of shade. It's just so pretty. This is my favorite of the colors. I think this is also going to be the most universally flattering to the most people. And it is really unique with that like brown earthy rose without being like fully brown. I love a rosy brown. I also am about to film a like favorite fall lipstick video, and I have a bunch of rosy browns in there, but this is unique. And you can see it next to like Meet Me in Berlin, which is kind of a rosy brown as well, but you can see leans much more brown. This does lean a little more rosy, and against the very olive back of my hand, you can really see that color difference versus lips. Okay, so ribbon is her classic red. I don't have velvet ribbon. I've wanted to buy it, so this felt like a good opportunity to try the shade because they did, if you bought one lipstick and one refill, you got 15% off, and if you did 2 refills, you got 20% off, so that like really felt worth it for me. There is like a dark cherry color that's supposed to be coming that wasn't ready. I need that, and I really want to try the others. I just, for the price, a lot of the other ones look a little too cool tone or a little too, like, I don't know if they would work on my complexion 100%, so I have held off, but I would love to try all of them. And I do like that she said there's more colors and more formulas coming next year, so I'm very excited. But this is ribbon, and I'm gonna start by just putting it right on my lip. And it is a really beautiful red. And I feel like I can get a pretty good lip line with just putting it on like that. And then flipping it over. we get a much more precise lip line without even using a lip liner. I do have a lip liner I could use with this, but I like that you can do it without. And that is a really beautiful red. I do need to get Velvet Ribbon now because I like both formulas. But this is just such a nice, everyday, kind of universal blue red. I think it works with any complexion. So I really like this. I really like all three colors. I've kind of given the full detailed thoughts as I've gone through everything, so I don't know if I really need like a final thoughts section of the review. I think these are a really beautiful formula. It is definitely a luxury price, and I know some people were like angry about the price in comments, but it's a luxury brand, it's a luxury formula, and it's an expensive custom component, so I understand. The actual lipstick refills are cheaper than buying one of her others, and I like that you can just keep one case, buy other shades, and refill with whatever shade you want to wear that day. I am a Libra and indecisive, so I will often take two in case I feel like changing midday, but if you are not like me, you can just take the one per day and then switch it out whenever you want, which I really appreciate it. I really like this. I think this was totally worth my money, and even with the weird issues I had when I first opened it, the fact that customer service was so fast and so helpful, and I already have a replacement coming, and the other shades work perfectly, so I know it's not all of them, it was just that one. I'm very happy with my purchase, so I can't wait to see what other colors and formulas they come out with, and really wish they had a boutique near me so I could go see them all in person, but I will just have to move to the UK for that. You know what you think? Have you picked up any of these? Are you thinking about asking them for Christmas? Like, what are your thoughts? I'd love to hear your thoughts on the formula and the component and everything, especially if you are someone who has other Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. I'd like to know what you think of this. I haven't watched any other reviews to, form my own. So now that I've done this, I can, but I'm very happy. So let me know what you think. I'd love to talk to you all in the comments like normal. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. That really, really helps the channel, and I will see you all in my next video.